What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the Brew Lab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And tonight in the Brew Lab, I'm coming at you with a weird concept, one that I've been toying with for a little while now, and it finally feels like there's a specific card that's allowing it to be actually pretty good. So I'm calling it ReaniMill, because it's a Reanimator deck and a Mill deck at the same time. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. Esper ReaniMill. And it's making use of the core package of mill cards, you know, Breach the Multiverse, Jace Perfected Mind, Terisian Mindbreaker, Invasion of Amonkhet. These are things that we've seen already on the channel and you've probably run into quite a few times on the ladder. But in with that package, we've thrown in some Cruelty of Gixes and some Atraxas. And that should really add a whole new dimension to the deck. Not only can we, copy our own Atraxa with the Lazotep convert, but it's also just a great thing to have in your deck, of course. I mean, we all know how bursted this card is. And we have most of the types in the deck. The only card type that we don't have is... no, we've got everything. We've even got an artifact, even though it's a creature and an artifact. But okay, so let's just say we don't have any non-creature artifacts in the deck. But otherwise, we're like, stand the chance of drawing like a buttload of cards every time that this card enters the battlefield. And that is obviously fantastic. But the real, like, cog, the real engine here that really helped push this deck to the next level, and it is the reason why I'm even showcasing it on the channel, is the Oracle of Tragedy. A very sweet little uncommon, which I had played against me a few times, and I was always like, that's a hell of a lot of value for a little 2-mana 1/3, which is also great. That 3 toughness on turn 2 against mono red and things. Really can't complain, and you kind of want to throw it under the bus because it has an ETB trigger and a death trigger, and you can choose. It's modal, so you can either draw and discard. So in the early game, you're basically using it as a kind of, let's say, a slightly better Tainted Indulgence, because even though, yes, the Tainted can't draw you 2 if you've got 7 mana values in your graveyard, and believe me, I initially started this brew off with some of those in here. It doesn't have the second mode, so this one in the early game we're using mode 1 to draw and discard, and we're trying to discard our Atraxa, we're trying to discard our Terisian Mindbreaker. But then in the late game, the problem that I always had with these Breach the Multiverse decks is that you'd end up milling your own Breach or milling your own thing that you needed. And then there was no way of getting it back. Now, between the Oracle of Tragedy and Devious Cover-Up, so second mode on the Oracle here, shuffle up to 4 target cards. Doesn't specify which type. The only specification is that they have to have mana value 3 or greater. So you can't get more Oracles back. But like everything that really matters in the deck here has mana value 3 or greater. Back into our library from the graveyard. So also really good against opponents, that are trying to mill you out. And then, because we can't get back our own oracles with an oracle death trigger, we've got the Devious Cover-Up. Maybe we can put some of those oracles back into the library and just keep oracling. And it should be pretty fun. I've put in a few games in testing, of course, and it's felt pretty spectacular. So I hope we get no case of Streamer's Curse, and I can show you the true power of the ReaniMill. We do have access to a lot of sweepers for the aggro players out there. There's plenty of them. Path of Peril, Sunfall. I mean, if you can't beat them, join them. This card is rapidly rising in the ranks as my most hated card in Standard. That is because I play a lot of creature-based decks, and if you're not playing mono white with, Talia into Anointed Peacekeeper, or if you're not playing mono red that can kill the opponent by turn 3, 4, 5, then you just get Sunfalled and you might as well just concede. I really think this card is a little bit too pushed. a 5-mana exile sweeper with upside is just ridiculous. But let's play it, right? I mean, it's obviously amazing. And then we've got 3 Go for the Throats, 2 Sheoldred's Edicts. So, you know, there's definitely a fair bit of removal. We can also use the Render Inert to destroy Planeswalkers in a pinch. But mostly it's in the deck to help transform an Invasion of Amonkhet quickly into a Lazotep Convert. And that's the deck. Nothing else I want to add other than let's jump into some games and see how it performs on the Mythic ladder. Oh, not Explorer, not Explorer, not Explorer. Ah, cancel, 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 cancel. Close. Whoops. By the way, how's the lighting? I've put on lights on that are different from the usual lighting that I have in the room. But yes, not Explorer ranked, Standard ranked, ReaniMill. Let's go. Been having some fun with Boros Prowess in Standard as well. Some perhaps deceptively high win rates. I wasn't expecting it to be that high, but I have only put in about 10 to 15 matches, so the sample size isn't huge. Maybe I'm missing something, but it's so far really overperforming. Double Jace, Sweeper. Okay. On the play. Oracle in hand. Seems fairly good. Opponent mulligans twice. Decks that mulligan so aggressively are usually things like, I don't know, Illuminator Virtuoso or the Simic Rot Priest decks. Aha! Mono Black is having a little bit of a comeback. Draw. And I think I'm going to discard a Jace. Even though I worry about the Graveyard Trespasser. It's just probably the best thing we can be discarding right now. I am going to go for the -2.
Plans are already in motion. I know where to find all
Nice.
the answers.
Trespasser. Gix's command is so good. Ah, see, like milling like that in the early games, it really like puts a little bit of a funk in the opponent's, you know, creatures. So I think let's go for mode 2 here, and just get Jace back in our hand, so we don't risk it getting trespassed. What a card. What a sweet little uncommon. Went right beneath my radar. Completely missed on this card. It's a real doozy for so many strategies. Like, it really does do a lot for the cost. Well, that's fantastic. Let's see what we draw before I play my land. There's the Mr. Terisian. Please don't have that freaking Trespasser now. There goes a Breach, though, which is not cool. What have you got for 1 mana that you're doing here? Like, I don't understand. Okay. In this case, let's put down the Raffine and plus the Sleeper. Let's hope it's Sheoldred would, yeah, that's much better.
You can be made to obey.
Just casually mill half your library. Yep. Okay, well, that kind of sucks. There's now a bye-bye Jace. Poor Jace. Didn't deserve that. But now we can finally Edict. Ah, you're still worried about Wandering Emperor, aren't you? Alright. 19 cards left. Perfect.
Those who get in my way tend to regret it.
Bye-bye. Off you go. I'm so happy I used the... I was close there to using the Sheoldred's Edict earlier. Now, I'm quite happy I did that. The more you cast this underdog, the happier I am, honestly. Jace. No? Yeah, I would take the Jace if I were you. Goes for the Breach. We've got the Path of Peril here, so I'm not too worried. Let's hold that, go for the throat for maybe there's another Sheoldred in this last 18 cards of his library. Ooh, hello. So let's go. Boop. Please don't have another Graveyard Trespasser. Yes, okay. So far, Atraxa staying where she needs to be. Come on in with your Foundry, because I got Cruelty of Gix off the top, baby. Let's go. Woo! Down to 9 is pretty scary, but sorry, my dear friend. Atraxa is coming back. It's been a while since I've reanimated an Atraxa on the channel. A good long while. I mean, it's just because I like to steer clear of these, like, obviously ridiculously broken cards, if I can avoid it. But, you know, it obviously also feels really nice to play it. Let's see how many of our beautiful cards we hit on. Jace. Whatevs. It's like a whole clutch of new hand, you know, a whole new hand. And I'll just discard the shores. We do have one copy of, what's the... I'm trying to think of the name of the card. I've got it here. The Spara's Headquarters. The Bant Triome. Because then we can hardcast the Atraxa in a pinch. And we've just got another Cruelty of Gix in hand, so... And anyway, we'll just play out Jace. And that will just win us the game, basically, in one turn. We can go Amonkhet, Jace. Game over. Yay! I needed a win. I've had a bit of a rough day. I was testing some... well, now you've just really, like... I don't even need the Amonkhet. Because 15 cards is exactly what you need for the Jace. Let's not drag this out any more than it needs to be dragged out.
Emotions are distractions.
5. Give him the good game.
In time, all your
Esper ReaniMill, baby. And it's also nice because, like, sometimes, you know, you can -2 on yourself with the Jace and put the Atraxa there where you want it to be. Most of the times with Jace, you're -2ing the opponent. So it gives a little bit extra versatility to the Jace, which is always a good thing if you can squeeze any little bit of extra value out of your cards. On to game number 2 against Hero 777. Bring it on. That's really not that good. Okay. Need to find one of our... What? Another mono black? What's going on, algorithm? Don't do this to me now. Thank you. I was really hoping that you'd allow me to discard.
I've already read your thoughts. You won't stop us. Our plans are beyond your comprehension.
Mono black discard and we're down to 3 cards. That's not cool, huh? Ay caramba. Let's mill him.
We can improve on your ideas.
Oh, sorry, Jace. I'm hoping he has just a discard and not exile. You know, aim for the head. He has exiles 2 cards from their hands. Cool. Thank you. Okay. Poor Jace takes one for the team. But we've got the mana for old Terisian boy over here, so we're doing the thing. However, if we draw a land, I'll definitely go for Atraxa. Okay, so no land. Swing-a-ding-ding. Half your library, round it up. What a ridiculous card. And he takes it like a champ. Did we see any graveyard trespassers here? Yes. Well, that's 2 of them down at least. Because if he's got one in hand, that's definitely Atraxa. Oh my god. What an ass. What an ass. This card, wow. Exiles 2 cards from their hands? That's stinky. That's really stinky. No, well. I don't think we're gonna win this one.
Happy to help, but drop it.
He's got 20 cards in hand. Never say never. Oh! Come on, you ass. What a crock of shit. Well, nice. Well played, opponent. That's the first time I've lost to mono black discard in ever. It feels like. And yeah, we just lost.
I'm tired of your secrets.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we lose. We lose. Well played. There's nothing, like, even if I -2, look for a answer, it's not enough. He's got the tenacious underdog. Wow. Cannot believe we just lost to that. It was close. We got him down to 3. Well played. Polite clap for the opponent. Playing something different. Well played. Well played. Very well played. Should we give mono black discard a try? You know, there's that card that I've been dying to break since I saw it. What's it called? Like Painful Quandary or something like that? 5 mana enchantment. Whenever the opponent plays a card, they have to discard or lose 5 life. You know, if you get rid of all of their hand first and then you dump that on the board, I can see it being pretty painful. And Liliana is making a huge comeback again. Running into it more and more often. Had better hands, but whatevs. We just get one of our oracles. What is going on? 3 mono black players back to back? That's a new one. That is definitely interesting. Wow. Amazing. I feel like the algorithm has just been putting more and more like weird situations on my lap like of late. Just like pretty ridiculous. Like we just played mono black discard and here it is again. Watch it be Liliana, I knew it. Sweet, I mean, I get to discard Atraxa, which is what I want, and then we've got the Edict.
And I don't appreciate it when people touch my things.
Unbelievable. And he's definitely gonna have
You won't be outsmarted.
freaking Graveyard Trespasser. I mean, surely. Why wouldn't you? Five. 2 away from a breach. Please don't make me discard my breach. Another Liliana now would be a real punishment. Okay. He's gonna steal my Atraxa. Incredible. You are just the luckiest person. Incredible. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm flabbergasted. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Absolutely ridiculous. This costs 6, so you can just bang us with Corrupt. Holy cow, man. What is wrong with this algorithm that I needed to go up against 3 mono blacks in a row? I really think Wizards needs to do something here. Okay. At least we got the sweeper. If he has one more corrupt in hand, we just die straight up. So, fingers crossed. I wouldn't be surprised. Ah. Wow. Incredible. Guys, sound off in the comments. Like, I really feel like lately the algorithm has been just... I don't want to sound like full tinfoil hat, like conspiracy lunatic, but they don't let us know in the patch notes, like whenever there's an update of the client. Are they fiddling with the algorithm? Are they changing it, updating it, making adjustments, trying to better it? Or is it always just the same one since Arena was created, you know? I would love to know the answer to that question, because if it is being changed and updated and adjusted along the way, then I would like to know what those changes are and how they affect the game. 4 mono black opponents back to back. I mean, this is insane. This is insane. Absolutely ridiculous. I mean, this is aggro, but still, 4 black decks back to back. What am I missing something? Give me a land, please. Ah, well, that's nice. That's very nice. At least that. If he doesn't have Graveyard Trespasser in hand, then we can actually copy Atraxa with the Lazotep convert. Okay, so far so good. Doesn't look like he has it. Phew! There's a land. It's tapped, but we need to get to a second white for potential need of Sunfall sooner rather than later. We don't need another Path of Peril, but we do want the Shattered Sanctum. And let's go with the Raffine Tower. This got 2. Whoops, that was a bit of a misplay. Devious Cover-Up. We don't have the mana to cast it now. I'm actually gonna block this. Yeah, it's also got Death Touch, so you can draw a card, and then they both die. And that's okay with me. So now I've got the Cruelty, and I can actually bring the real one back. I don't think I'm ready to do so yet, because my hand is so full. And Atraxa really just acts as like a card draw. So let's exile this Tenacious Underdog. I think that's the way to go here. Just to stem the bleeding for a second. Okay, taps out, so there's no removal. Now we've got mana to go Invasion into Render Inert again. Beg your pardon. Ooh, hello. Pass the turn. Now I don't really mind if he has a Graveyard Trespasser because we've got more than one creature in the yard that is good to have in the yard. So cool. I'm gonna go steal something of his. Okay. Sheoldred was gonna be mine. Mine! Alright, at least that one was less discard focused. This was attempting to do some sort of mono black aggro shenanigans, and we got him. We got him good. How are we doing for time? 31 minutes in. At least 2 more matches, hopefully 3. Let's jump into game number, what's this, 4? And if we get another mono black opponent, I'll really need to send a strongly worded email to Wizards, be like, guys, what have you done with the algorithm of late? I doubt it's like, because they do let us know sometimes. And like from all the information that I've scoured on the internet, it has more to do with MMR and rank, this kind of thing. Less to do with, you know, individual colors or cards in the, you know, and that's what they say. So I tend to want to believe them. But sometimes it just feels like something's off. Okay, mono red. Finally something different. No lands though. Okay. We need to get to a Sunfall like ASAP and still no lands. Incredible. I think it's gonna have to be the Breach. It's just too far away against mono red. We won't be able to cast it. We also can't block. You know, Etchings stops the death trigger, which is pretty frustrating. What a card. Best one drop by a long shot. So we blocked the 2/2. Mono red, and we're breaking, of course. I was just dreading a, what's his face? Thundering Raiju. So we take another 6. Mono red, and we're breaking. Yeah! So annoying. Mono red is the only deck alongside mono white Talia into Anointed Peacekeeper that can do anything about Sunfall, as you can see. You just miss 1 or 2 land drops. You know what I'm gonna do right now? I'm gonna add an extra land. Let's cut 1 Atraxa, 1 Cruelty. And put in 1 of each basic that we don't have. There we go. 26 lands now. Promise you, if I brick now, I'm gonna start to throw stuff around the room like a infuriated baboon. You guys could see me sometimes when the camera's not recording. Start just like throwing stuff around. Okay. Got the mana, but we're on the draw with a pretty crappy hand. So I think I'm gonna mulligan. Cool. Again, discard the Devious Cover-Up. It's the next card off the top. This game is so broken, man. I hope we draw something nice to discard right away. It's looking like ramp. There's no way you're running counter spells in your ramp deck, please. There's our breach. Might as well. Had to play the tap land because the next turn is going to be a big one for the opponent. And I want to Devious Cover-Up whatever he has coming. No? Okay, cool. Let's go steal his Atali. No? Okay. Leyline Binding. Cool, man. Good on you. I could have swung, but whatever. Now we don't. Oh! Okay, we still get to hold up the cover-up. That's cool. I'll still take his Atali for sure. Oh, that's all we've got to take. And we hit a breach. Ah! God, I love it. That was the best turn we possibly could have wished for. He even had his own Jaces in the deck? What a weirdo. I guess you can go Sunfall now. That is about as good as it gets with this deck, guys. Like, that's really, like you kind of hunting down these, Atraxa ramp piles, because, and Atali ramp piles, because there's a much higher probability that you'll be able to sneak one of their things with either Cruelty or the Invasion of Amonkhet's backside. So, really, like, happy with that one. That was super duper cool. How are we doing for time? 39. Final match of the night. Looks like the algorithm has finished serving me up mono black opponents, and that's pretty cool because it was boring. But I'm still shocked. I'm still in shock. That discard pile that we ran into, that was cool. I'm definitely gonna try my hand at something like that in the next couple days. So let's see if it can actually do anything. I'm gonna be crazy and keep this. Oh no, not mono blue. Of all the things that it could have been. My nemesis, the most hated. Cannot stand this deck. It's really so silly. If I wasn't recording, I promise you I would have already conceded. I just don't give them the pleasure of enjoying countering my spells. I just move to the next game. I don't win enough of them. You get lucky sometimes, but it feels like most of the time I just lose to this deck. Fortunately, we have got 2 go for the throats. So when we get to turn 4, there is a slight chance that we can snag like his freaking Haughty Djinn, but they always have a second one. Hopefully it's not one of the phase out effects, and it's just a counter spell. Yeah, that's cool. That's better. Because now I can play Jace uncontested. At, unfortunately, not full mana. Should we go Jace or should we go Amonkhet? I think Jace. Because...
For the sake of Phyrexia, I will potato requires.
we can plus the Haughty Djinn. It's not amazing, because the more we mill him, the bigger the Djinn gets. It's a bit of the problem with this. So let's see, if he burns a counter spell, we may be able to catch the Djinn with this go for the throat. Okay. Ooh. Bye-bye second Djinn, and bye-bye... Now he's gonna go for Jace instead of going face. I guess. It's worth a try. It's only got 3 cards in hand. Okay. Wow, is this card just the most broken thing you've ever seen? Like, really was unnecessary. As if Mono Blue didn't have enough card draw. We can't be doing this to ourselves, unfortunately. I have to try and find an answer here. But the more we mill him, the worse it gets for us. What a bad last match. Could have been anything else.
I will clear your mind.
Wap wap wap. We're basically just giving him the free win here. The more instants and sorceries he has, the bigger the Djinn gets. Let's hope he swings for Jace again, I guess. Seriously, was that really necessary, guys? What a dumbass deck. I'm so sick of playing against it. I really would rather play against anything else. I'll repeat myself just because I really want to hammer this point through. In case any of you didn't know that I didn't like Mono Blue. I am very vocal about it on almost every single video, but like, if I wasn't recording now, I would have seen that first, that second blue land, and I would have just conceded and moved on to the next match. I have better things to do with my day than have every single spell I play countered, and it's just so stupid. Salty lone fox. Boop, 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 boop. Dabba 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 doo. He's a salty lone fox. Crystal Grotto. It's been a while since anyone has jammed a grotto. Okay, he scried to the top there. Let's see if he has the counter spells. Make disappear. No. Epic. So I wonder now. I guess it could be soldiers. That's one way to use Surge. So definitely creatures. Now that I see the Surge, I'm thinking creatures, right? Surely. Scry's top again. Aha. If it ain't the soldiers. Well, then Sunfall is gonna be fantastic. As well as Path. I don't know if I'd play the grottos in my soldier deck though, honestly. Yep. Definitely gonna want to get rid of the Mire there. Although I might have just let him go for it and then, you know, Sunfall a much bigger board. That would have been cool.
I know where to find all the answers.
Sweeper Tribal, baby. Yeah, I was expecting that. It's okay. Yes. More. Put more. I hope it's not the type of soldiers deck that plays the counter spell. Because then Sunfall is going to be so damn sweet. Incredible. Unbelievable. Truly unbelievable. Mind-boggling. Okay, cool. Whew. Now we get the Sunfall. Get out of here. Swing a ding ding a ding ding. Sneaky little soldier player with the freaking one of negate in the deck. So damn sneaky. Let's exile you. Thank you very much. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Alright guys, 49 minutes in. Ooh, I've gone well over time. That's going to have to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I hope you all enjoyed it. I thoroughly did, even though we got some pretty like redonkulous algorithm shenanigans along the way. But yeah, we learned some cool things. Definitely needed the 26 lands. That felt a lot more like consistent by putting in the additional couple of lands. I need to remember to always do that. Like anything that's ever so slightly control, even mid-range like decks, I should definitely start putting 25 to 26 minimum, because I just brick too often. But the deck definitely did what it was meant to do. We got to see the Oracle in action. We were able to reanimate an opponent's Atali with a Cruelty of Gix. We milled out an opponent. We got some sweet ETBs with Atraxa. Yeah, definitely worthy of its name. Esper ReaniMill. I hope you take it for a spin on the ladder. If you do, as always, sound off down there in the comments. Let me know how the deck performed for you. But that is going to be it for tonight's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the Brew Lab, signing out. Peace, y'all.